All right. So I guess we can start for today. So hello friends, welcome back to SuryaaChess. So I'm going to show you the game 6 from FIDE World Championship 2021, which was a world record for now that it was the longest game happened in the World Chess Championship. And let's going to without wasting much time. It was a very long game, so I'm going to show you quickly. So let's come back and let's start it. So the Magnus Carlson is playing with the white pieces, and game started with the d4, then knight to f6, followed by knight to c3, knight to f3, then d5 on the board. And here Magnus is going for the Catalan structure over there, and then bishop develops. So I'm going little faster at the beginning because there was nothing to happen at the beginning. It's a normal. And here normally you will see that the Catalan opening mostly when you go with this c4 line, and maybe the c4, then c takes on here over here, and this line is we have seen in one of the game. So let's see what has happened. So here Magnus goes for the b3 line, and then Nepo decides to go for the c5 line, and then takes happen over here, and Magnus decides to go further with the attacking the center, and challenging the strength center. And here Nepo did accepted that, and asking for the trade of the queens, but Nepo said Carlson said I don't wanna go for a trade. Instead, I can also take the pawn, but I don't wanna take it. I am going with the tempo. If you want, you can take my one more pawn, but you cannot take actually. But yeah, now you can take, and since the queen guarding the bishop over here, but still Nepo goes for the development, and knight takes. And then here I was discussing with the logic what should black play to develop the light square bishop, and Nepo did find this move to get the tempo. And here Magnus said, okay, if you want you can trade my knight. I don't wanna I'm not going to trade. I'm keeping over here. If you want you can trade. So Nepo said, I'm not going to trade. I'm going to simply attack your queen, and the best move is to go over here, and then followed by bishop development, and then asking knight, where do you wanna go? And now here Nepo said, if you want you can trade. Magnus said, no, I'm not going to trade, and simply I'm going to attack your bishop. So bishop retraces back onto the b6, and then bishop goes over here onto the g5, hitting the knight and pinning the queen. So best move is, I guess, the queen on rook onto the d8, which is likely getting the open file over here. And then I don't know, Magnus said, okay, I'm going to take, but here you can take with the queen and go for endgame. And as we all know, Magnus is the one of the best player for the endgame. So Nepo said, I'm not going to take it with the queen, I'm going to take it with the pawn. I'm ready to ruin my pawn structure. And then it's simply further development happen, and knight jumps over here. It's already protected, so you cannot take it because of the double protection. You can take it, but you're not getting anything. Simply bishop attacking the queen, and here you got a trade for the light square bishop, and here a very good maneuver of queen. So everything is fine until here. If you see, engine is also saying that it is a pretty normal and a balanced game. And then queen returns back where maybe you can go for here some ideas to get a trade. But yeah, he said that, okay, I'm going for the a5, I'm not allowing you to go for a b4, and rook comes on to the d1 to protect the knight, and then king onto the g7. It's kind of a waiting move or something, and then hitting the here's the thing started changing. And from here we were like watching live game, and it was converting to an interesting game then, since Magnus decided to go for a queen for 2 rooks. And since here it was a pretty balanced position for black as well, but let's see from where the things started changing. So let's push, since it is a longer game, so I'm going to show you the quick, and I'll show you where all our mistakes happen. So this is one of the key mistakes where not a mistake, it's a kind of a question mark, but still it's a neutralized position where bishop goes here, you cannot take it. If you take for here, you can simply take. So that's the reason you cannot take it. So instead he goes over here to attack the queen and said, okay, I'm going over here or here. So he goes over here, and here if you see, Magnus is having a little advantage over here of 1 plus, but again not going to happen anything. Then this is kind of a mistake or something. Black can take it easily over here and then go for some ideas over here, and then that's what happened, that it took the pawn over here, and rook takes over here. You can probably go with some ideas of hitting. Yeah, that's kind of and here I really don't understand. I mean, you can simply take over here, you cannot take back over here, and it's still a plus for you. And I don't know, for some reason he didn't took over here, and then he pushed the pawn, rook retrieves back, and this is kind of a thing started changing for Nepo. Not here also, it's also equal position. Let me push further. Yeah, this is one of the key mistake we can see. You can see you got over here, you can take a pawn, but again it's not going to happen anything. You got it back, you cannot simply take over here. You can take over here, and then you can just double up and win this pawn, and then black has some going to be in a trouble. So from here I'll start moving the faster game, because it was a lot of maneuver happen on the game, and then I'll come to the key areas where the main thing started changing. So if you see the bar slightly getting increased, here you own a pawn, you not own a pawn here, because your it's pin, it's a pin for you can easily win back, and you cannot take actually here. I was thinking why Nepo didn't took, because rook and knight is also a good combination, but still it's, if you see, it's a plus for black, because that's the reason Nepo said, okay, I'm not going to that variation, I'm simply going into here, and then go for this idea, winning back and give the check and come back. So here there were two options to go over here and here, but Nepo chose to go over here. It's also equal, but again you got a pin over here, and then okay, you're saying alright, if you want you can come. So here there are also two options, go over here and here. So Nepo decides to go the another line where, you know, hitting you cannot move anything, and it's like, okay, maybe king comes in, let's see what has happened. So rook comes over here to defend the knight, and then Nepo was finding all good moves over here, everything is good, and here I see some of the what I can say, the push of pawns happen over there, and slightly the position is getting improved for white. And then let's come to the critical point. Then let's quickly move the game, because it's a very lengthy game. And here comes the it's kind of a mistake, but it's still equal, slightly started increasing, and here also you cannot go for and take off here, because you can simply take over here, and it's still again equal position. So here we thought that now it's going for a draw, because there were one or two repetitions happened. But here Magnus said, no, I'm going to pick a pawn now, what you are going to do for me? And then it started, you know, some nasty stuff for, and here he found a very good tactic. Just to tell you what a tactic he found, and it's just a winning tactic for him. Means if you see here he sacrificed a rook over here, so you can take and give the check and win the bishop. Not only winning a pawn over there, but also getting a bishop back over here, and now 3 pawns, knight and a rook for a queen and a pawn. So let's see. So this is very critical. Queen are very tricky. If you found all correct moves, you are not going to lose this game. So here Nepo was finding a good moves, not allowing anything, any fortress. And one of the good thing about knight is a best friend of king, because it is blocking all checks from king, and it's not allowing anything to do. If you see, it's octopus knight. So that's the thing for white king, for a safer stuff over there. And here Nepo's idea was here to just not allow to push pawn further, not for a promotion. And then it's slightly getting getting into Magnus was thinking a lot, and then I guess after here only it started a blitz. you're getting a 30 seconds for each increment. And here I guess after a check, Nepo should have gone over here, but again the game would have been continued like this way, and it will be ended in a draw. So this is some of the lines, but what has happened, let's see what has happened further. Checks, everything is fine. So I'm just moving faster because it's too long game, and I was watching yesterday till here also Nepo decides to exchange the pawns and takes and first give the check and then win the pawn. And then it was like again it's not going to happen anything for white. White is having a beautiful structure to defend the king, and they were defending well over here. Nothing is changing and nothing is happening. Let's keep on moving the moves, and it has broke the world record of earlier, and now it's one of the longest game from in a world championship. So here after this the critical movement came, and it is black to play and find a good move where Nepo blunders, not blunders, but it is one of the mistakes where you have to play this queen to b1, where the game will be in a continuation with this, and maybe some of the lines are this, but this is not happen, and Nepo played the queen to e6, pinning the rook, thinking that it's going to be equalized game, but no, things started changing for him. And if you see slightly bar is getting up, and he found a very good move. Magnus found a very good move. You cannot take here because of this. You go over here, go for this, and you are going to lose it. You are going to lose it. You can simply go anywhere. So that is not possible, and then it's like a push. And here also there is one possibility, rather than king movement. If you go over here, knight checks, king takes, knight takes, king takes, and just take a position over here. You go anywhere, not going to happen anything, and it's a dead loss for black, that end game. Sorry. So here Nepo played a king onto the d8, but he knew that now it's already lost, and he played the queen onto the g1, and then he resigned the game. So what a game! It was a world championship game, and it was a thriller game. I was watching it, and a wonderful experience, and I was a witness for one of the longest games from World Chess Championship. So guys, let me know in the comments how was the game. Did you like the video? How's going? So thank you so much for watching the video. Do like, share, subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.